Hello there, Aquarius. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week starting August the 4th, 2019. Let's see what kind of cards come up for you. Okay. All right, Aquarius. First of all, we do have the Three of Wands showing up in reverse. Three of Wands showing up in reverse is telling me that you are not waiting for something else to happen. You're not waiting for other people to make a move. You're not waiting for somebody's permission. There is something that you want to do, and you are taking action regardless of whether other people are taking action or not. You are going to go out and conquer and get whatever this is that you want to accomplish done with or without the help of other people. Patience is definitely not anywhere near your middle name on Sunday, Aquarius. Now, on Monday, what we have showing up is the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords does talk about a dispute or an argument, some kind of struggle or fight going on. This can be an inner turmoil, but I do feel like for the most of you, we are talking about some kind of struggle with somebody going on at the workplace more than anything else. Somebody that you work with, and there's some kind of struggle going on between the two of you. You guys just aren't on the same page, at least at some point during Monday. Tuesday. What we have showing up here, Aquarius, is Temperance. I'm trying to get it out of the light so you can see a little more of the picture here because the artwork is so gorgeous. Okay, so anyway, what you have showing up here is Temperance. This is a card really that just screams at me, patience, patience, patience. You guys are being patient. You're waiting. I feel like, Aquarius, you're waiting, you're watching. There is something going down, and you know exactly which way that stack is going to fall. But not everybody does. And I think that you are just watching something go down, knowing that the people who will be hurt by this are not open to your suggestion or your advice. So you're just waiting and watching because you know that sandcastle is going to crumble. And there's a little bit of a energy of, well, you didn't want to take any advice from somebody who actually knew something to tell you about this situation, so now I guess you kind of have to learn the hard way. You sort of set that up for yourself. It's not exactly an I told you so type of advice, but there is a little bit of mirth in the idea that somebody that was a little too big for their britches and couldn't take advice is kind of learning something the hard way, and now they're seeing that the people around them trying to help them really were trying to help them, and maybe they should have paid attention. Okay? So I'm not saying you're a mean person or a mean-hearted person. I'm just saying that the way that you were treated whenever you offered to help, or even the way somebody that you saw offer to help was treated, has sort of given you a bad taste in your mouth. So it's going to be kind of fun when you see this thing crumble. That's all I'm saying. Now, next card we have comes up is for Wednesday. Once again, this light. Oh, that's a little better. Okay, so that's the Two of Pentacles showing up on Wednesday. Two of Pentacles is a balancing act. You can kind of see that here. This talks about that you may have a lot of things on your plate, either financially, or a lot of places you need to be, or a lot of things that you need to accomplish Wednesday, or maybe some combination of the three of those. And you are managing to get it all in and get it all covered. Nothing has fallen between the cracks. And you're making covering all these bases look really graceful to everybody who sees you. You might feel like things are a little hectic, but everybody on the outside looking in is seeing you as handling everything gracefully, and maybe even with a smidgen of admiration, like, I wish I could handle things that well, as they're watching you. Okay? Now let's look at Thursday. Thursday you have the Five of Wands showing up in reverse. Aquarius, a lot of times you don't like to go with the flow. You don't like to do things just because other people are doing things. You like to think outside the box. You like to be unique. You generally think things through. You have a different perspective than a lot of the people who are around you. You don't feel the need to think the same way everybody else thinks. Okay? There's a lot of upsides to that. There's also a little bit of a downside to that, in that it puts you at odds with a lot of people who are in your life on an everyday basis. And just putting out that energy to kind of maintain your outside the box perspective can be exhausting sometimes. And I think what's going on here is you really don't like running with the crowd, but I think that on Thursday it's just going to be easier to pretend that you do. Pretend that you think what the crowd thinks. Act like the crowd acts. Just so that you're not going against the current. You're not having to expend all the energy of going against the current and against the crowd. And to have that different perspective, it's just easier to kind of blend in. I don't see it as a cop-out because I don't think this is a long-term thing, but I do see it as, oh my gosh, I just need some rest from going against the current so much. I've got to have some rest before I get up and do it again. That's how it comes off to me. I also have the sense that for at least one or two of you out there, maybe more, you're going to be visiting family on Thursday. And so you're just trying to be respectful and not stir up a whole bunch of trouble when you're visiting with family. And so you may be just pretending to go along with, you know, whatever these other people are saying. Not really speaking up about what you really think. Okay? So that's Thursday, Aquarius. Friday. Nine of Cups is what shows up on Friday. Now the Nine of Cups is a card that talks about satisfaction, being emotionally satisfied with the things that are happening in your life or with what's going on in your life. Okay. A very good card. Very good card to have. La da 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 da. Saturday. Ace of Wands in reverse. This is almost another tired card, but it's an emotionally tired card. You're not feeling very enthusiastic about doing anything or accomplishing anything. You're feeling very lethargic on Saturday. Staying on the couch, watching the boob tube, the TV. I don't want to use slang because people in other countries may not understand that. But just vegging out. You don't feel like doing anything. In fact, you may be feeling on the edge of being sick. I don't feel a full-blown sick feeling, but kind of on the edge of it. You just don't have energy to really do much. And especially not if it's work. You might have energy to go down to the pool or go down to the lake for a swim, depending where you are. But I think that's going to be like the full extent of what you feel like doing, if you even feel like doing that on Saturday. Okay? So that's your week, Aquarius. Thank you so much for being here. Those of you that this is the first time you're seeing me, if you enjoy my style of reading, go ahead and subscribe so that you can see me again. Those of you who felt like this video is helpful, please give it a thumbs up and also share it with somebody else who it might be helpful to as well. And then those of you who have been watching me a while, you know that I do personal private readings. I do live readings either on the phone or on Skype, your preference. Or I do recorded readings. If you just have one or two questions and you know that's all you have and you know that that's not going to lead to more, then the recorded readings may be the way to go. So if you check out my website, which should be at the bottom of this screen if I'm doing things right when I get ready to edit this video, then you'll be able to see all the services that I have. I do offer more than readings. And that address is www.amista.info. If you forget, it is in the description box below as well. Once you've poked around a little bit there and you've decided that you're pretty sure that I am the best reader for you, then go ahead and get a hold of me. Lots of good readers out there. You always want to make sure you're with a good match. Go ahead and get a hold of me and we'll get something scheduled and we'll get you taken care of quickly. I don't believe in waiting around. I think mostly that people who really want readings, they want them like 10 minutes ago. They don't want them in 3 or 4 days. So mostly I can take care of you the same day. Generally, if I can't get you the same day, then I can get you the next day for sure. Okay? So thank you guys again so much for being here. Everybody have a fantastic, wonderful, and thrilling week. Looking forward to reading for several of you during the week. And so I'll either see you on the next video or I'll see you at a reading. Peace out.